Hi everyone, so first video review for this week is for Sealed with a Kiss by Sam Skyborne. If you want to check out my Goodreads review, I did just post that the other day. So if you're on YouTube, there's a link in the description below, and if you're on Facebook or on my blog, then there is a link within the post. And this is video review. So Sealed with a Kiss by Sam Skyborne is the first book in her latest series that she's released, and it's a really lovely romance. It's so lovely. It's basically about Jack. She ran off from a sleepy town called, I'm going to get this wrong now probably, Scala Erosos. I hope I've said that right. And basically she ran away as soon as she was finished with school after this sort of misunderstanding between her and a teacher that she had a little bit of a crush on. So she returns home years later for some much needed time to think about her future as an academic, because she's been at Cambridge in the UK. So she finds herself seeking out her old teacher Dot, and Jack's return is a bit of a surprise for Dot, especially after everything that happened. So Dot is sort of struggling with all the changes to her life recently. She's no longer teaching, and she's got older, and but with Jack sort of coming back, she finds herself finally gaining some freedom and being herself, whilst also helping Jack to achieve her goals. So she still is teaching Jack things even later in life when they're more mature and can explore feelings, which was really lovely. So it was such a deep and emotional but moving romance. I sort of loved how it gave a snippet of the past, but then it just moved on to be the most wonderful romance. It had to give the snippet of the past because it had to give you an idea of what had happened, for Jack and Dot to make sense as characters. So it really was one of those must-read romances. Like, you're going to love this. A student and her teacher reunited. So it's not any of that strange sort of trope that people, I mean, I like it, the student teacher trope, as long as the student is older. And obviously Jack she was leaving to sort of go to a university, so she was much older. And I think I loved the fact that it had that student teacher reunited after all those years and finally free to explore their feelings, like the freedom, the possibility. Because sometimes, younger students, not children, younger students, just young adults, they have this amazing connection, and the laws mean that they can't, it's not right, and everybody knows, so it's just how it is. But it's nice when you get that reunited story. And it was such a dream read for like the romance genre, and Sam wrote a really truly believable romance as well. It was like a truly believable connection, a story about two people that just had that amazing connection, and they were just you sort of knew they were gonna be together, maybe not in the most conventional sense, but they were going to be together, and it was filled with all the drama and cuteness needed for like the perfect romance. So it had that unique style that Sam brings to romance. She sort of twists the story into something meaningful with underlying messages. It's never just the straightforward romance. She's always got something in there that you can learn from, and I love how Sam really brings to life the subject within the story. So like the academia surrounding Jack, and she makes something wonderful so that you learn during the story as well. You're learning some mythology or history or something, or culture, or you're always learning something with Sam's stories, some experience. And I always feel like I just get something more with Sam's romances. I mean, this is the second one I've read. I read Alice a few months back, and I really got a lot from that. And then obviously it wasn't quite a romance, but it had that element, and this has the same sort of feel, but it's more romantic. And they are real. They're just real stories. They're raw, they emotionally move you, and Sealed with a Kiss was just so beautiful. I really couldn't put it down. I really wanted to know what was going to happen, and I literally wowed with every turn of the page. I was like, wow, this is amazing. Like, everything you were just learning and experiencing with Jack and Dot was brilliant, and there were a few like really emotional moments in there as well to really sort of tug at your heartstrings and get you really emotionally invested in the characters. So I really enjoyed this romance. Loved Dot and Jack's chemistry and relationship, and I really can't wait to read more of this series. It's a really promising, really good series. So it was really great, and I highly recommend it. I hope you'll go and check it out. I'll pop a link in the description so you can go and grab a copy of Sealed with a Kiss by Sam Skyborne, which I hope you will. If you've read Sealed with a Kiss by Sam Skyborne, please let me know. Please let me know what you thought of it. I would love to hear your thoughts, so comment below get involved. And if you haven't read it yet, but it's on your to be read list, you're planning to read it, or you're now really interested in reading it, again, get involved, comment below, let us know what you're reading, because it's always great to hear what you've got on your to be read list. And if you do read it, I hope you enjoy it. Bye.